Hey everyone, welcome back to Financial Future. I'm going to be focusing on those of you aged 64 and over and your Social Security monthly checks, as well as what you need to know as things are changing very, very rapidly. That's the focus of this video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. If you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you know that there are a ton of bills, packages, proposals, plans, concepts, ideas, and the list goes on and on for all kinds of changes they want to implement to Social Security. They want to raise benefits, raise taxes, change the COLA. In this video, I want to specifically focus on those of you aged 64 or over. Because, believe it or not, the parameters around those people aged 64 or over are very different than those people aged under 64. Kind of makes sense, right? Well, what I want to clarify for you is about your monthly check. At the end of the day, is your Social Security benefit important right now? Absolutely. Your benefits are vitally important, and therefore I want to bring this to your attention. Make sure to share this with your friends and family on social media so they can also be aware of what's going on. Again, massive changes are being proposed to Social Security, and as I've said before in other videos, we want them to change Social Security. An action will lead to cuts in benefits. So, we want them to reform the program. Anyway, I want to be here for you no matter what. Again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so. I truly do appreciate your support. I really appreciate every single one of you here in the community. Life expectancies in the United States continue to go up and up. Social Security has been around for almost 90 years. Life expectancies now are about 83 to 86 years for men and women. That's significantly higher than it was 30 or 50 years ago. So, I do think they will raise the full retirement age. However, what about those of you aged 64 or over? If you were born in 1960 or earlier, what does this mean for your monthly benefit? Here's the best thing about it, you're pretty much grandfathered in. In other words, you've got nothing to worry about. Your benefits will not be impacted if they raise the full retirement age. So, if you're concerned about this and you're born in 1960 or before, you really have nothing to worry about. Current beneficiaries will not be impacted by raising the full retirement age. However, if they do nothing to reform Social Security, and we see benefit cuts in about 9 years or so, those cuts will impact you. So, you definitely want them to reform Social Security in a major way. Doing nothing will result in benefit cuts of about 20 to 25%. If they raise the full retirement age, it won't impact you if you're already receiving benefits or born in 1960 or earlier. But if they do nothing, those cuts will affect you. Does that make sense? I know there are a lot of beneficiaries here in the community receiving benefits at varying ages: SSDI, SSI, spousal beneficiaries, retirees, survivors, but this is what we know right now. Remember, they've done nothing yet to reform Social Security. They're just talking. But we know something will likely happen at some point. We just don't know when. Does this help you understand what's going on? Does it offer some relief to know that if you're in that age range, you're good? Unless they do nothing, then we have to worry about benefit cuts. I'll leave it at that for now. I could ramble on about this for an hour, but I'll stop here. I can follow up in a separate video if you'd like. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We'll explore what this means for us as individuals and for the country as a whole. Alright, the November elections are coming up quickly, and before we know it, they will be upon us. But before we dive deeper, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I am here for you every single day, watching everything closely, doing the research, and breaking it all down into short, easy to understand videos. If Republicans gain full control of the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the presidency, it would be a major shift from the current divided government. Republicans currently hold a small margin in the House, while Democrats have a slim majority in the Senate, and the presidency is Democratic. A blue wave would mean Democrats take control of the House, maintain control of the Senate, and keep the presidency. This would also be a significant change and would likely result in different legislative priorities and policies. In general, when one party controls all branches of government, it can lead to swift legislative action. However, it can also mean that policies are very one-sided. While this can lead to significant progress on party-specific agendas, it can also result in a lack of balance. On the other hand, a divided Congress often struggles to pass major legislation but ensures that any policies enacted have broader support. Let's quickly recap where we are now. Republicans have a slight edge in the House, Democrats have a narrow lead in the Senate, and the presidency is held by a Democrat. This has led to a lot of gridlock, with few major pieces of legislation being passed, lots of delays, and plenty of excuses. Because it will determine whether we continue with the divided government or see a shift to one-party control. This will have significant implications for policy making, economic direction, and the overall governance of the country. I'm not here to take political sides, persuade anyone, or stir up controversy. Everyone has their own political views, and that's totally fine. My goal is to provide you with the information you need to understand what's happening and what it could mean for you. When it comes down to it, many of us make our voting decisions based on what candidates can do for us, our families, and our communities. We look for policies that will protect us, help us financially, and improve our quality of life. So, as we move closer to November, keep an eye on the developments, stay informed, and make sure your voice is heard. This election is going to be very influential, and your vote matters. Please like and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.